Alrighty, so let's get started. And today we're gonna review this new tournament in like a dead game. It's called the Berry Community Blast. I'm not sure where it came from, but oh well. Like there isn't like any tournaments like after Overwatch League ended. Like there aren't much because, this game's kind of dead. But today we're just gonna look at one round and see how you do not want to play the ball comp, especially against like a brawl comp. So we've watched a lot of Shanghai Dragons and we see how like they do successfully play the ball comp against brawl, but like now we're gonna see how not to do it, and this is gonna be fun. I hope, like, not fun for me, but I hope like this will illustrate some of the problems that you might experience when you're playing this comp against this comp or like any similar comp, and how you can work around it and how you don't want to copy like this team. So right here,
Force
their
use money creator
composition
rotate.
is kind of weird in my
Kind
opinion
of might
because
be a game changer for the
because
future.
like I used to think that against
See,
Brawl, the
being
solution was to
collected.
just stack as much poke damage as possible, but I don't think that's a solution now. Because Brawl does care a lot about your poke damage. Like for example, you have Zen, you have Hanzo, Echo. Like you're gonna do a lot of damage. Sure, you might even get like some kills pretty easily, but oh, hi, Cager. How's it going? And finally, not reviewing. Finally, this was like Overwatch stream. So like, I thought this was a good response to Brawl, but like, I actually don't think it is right now because like Brawl's biggest weakness, it is poke damage, but like you don't need that much. Like you have Hanzo, you have Echo, you have like a Mercy, you have like Zen. That's enough damage. Like that's more than enough damage. You don't need that. What you need to do is to make it so that they cannot move around the map. There, I just said it. Like, pause and ponder if you want to. Because this is the most important thing you need to know if you're playing like any sort of dive comp against Brawl. Don't focus on killing them, focus on stopping them from moving. And what heroes really excel in that? Well, Ball, because like, you can slam rotations and shit, but like Tracer, like if you move anywhere, oh shit, there's a Tracer in my backline. I have to deal with that first. And like also another thing is that like like the Mercy's fine. It's just that I want one of these DPS to play Tracer, like something like Tracer Echo or like even Tracer Ashe. I do like Ashe on here, like on like this map because like even though Echo's like okay, I just think that the sight lines are a bit too long for Echo. And sure, you have Hanzo, but I do not like Hanzo in ball comps because Hanzo does like really inconsistent damage, and part of the reason you even play ball comps in the first place is so that you can actually follow up kills like really easily. Like you don't play double shield like that much anymore because double shield really sucks at confirming kills and a bunch of other stuff, but mainly confirming kills. But the ball comp, you have ball tracer ready to just pounce on any damage that your backline as well as your DPS, your like hit scan or whatever, like has dealt to the enemy. So like running Tracer is just the most efficient way of running this comp. Anyways, we are going to look
The
at
name of the game will
the
be
first
here.
fight.
This could be
I
revolutionizing the
don't
way you
want to
play.
listen to this because this is my show. Anyways, so right here, this is already kind of sussy baka. Um, because like you see the echo, like the echo's like doing poke damage, but like instead of landing on high ground, the echo flies to look for another angle. Sure, but this is just kind of indecisive. Like you kind of need a clean rollout. And like if you need to know where the enemy is, well, just let your ball or your if you have tracer, you can let tracer. But like the longer they like it matters because the longer that they take to break this defense, the longer it takes for them to actually get the momentum, like get the initiative, and just be able to prevent them from just doing this, like just bunkering like over the point. So it actually matters. Anyways, so right here we have the ball forcing point. That's good because like from this high ground, you're and like especially without any like good poke damage, if you're all just clumped up like this and you're not putting anyone on like the rear high ground, well, you're not gonna do that much damage to anyone who's on point. And like you could take a tick or two for free before like, you know, they have to drop, or like you're forcing them to drop, which is good. They can't really get up to the high ground except maybe D.Va and Lucio. I mean, like in their comp, there's a lot of heroes that can get back up to the high ground, sure. But like, I'm more talking about the fact that like if someone has to drop, well, you could potentially force the entire enemy team to drop, and that's good. Like that's what you want. But right here, like by forcing point, you're forcing them to like do something. Like obviously, you're forcing them to do something about you. But like whether they can do it easily, that's the question you want to ask. And right here, I think they can actually just, you know, contest the ball easily. Because, like, look at where, like, Echo's playing. Like, Echo's playing Coast. And, like, Coast, like, if you want to take this high ground, sure, it's a good option, but I actually want Echo to just play here. Like, Echo and Hanzo just play on this side. Because, like, first, you don't really have much cover despite having a Mercy pocket. But also, as well, like, if they just contest point, I mean, it's okay, but honestly, like, with the lack of cover, and, like, you know, you can't stay on high ground, I really don't like it when teams just rotate coast. I much prefer them just play over here and just try to, like, you know, take control over point. And when I say control over point, I don't mean touching the point necessarily. I mean, like, having good sight lines on point. If they touch the point, they're going to get punished. That type of thing. Like, you know, you're forcing a point. Great, you're taking ticks here, but if they touch a point, are you really equipped to do anything about that? Have a Hanzo, sure, but that's not enough. You kind of want to have, like, your entire team just having, like, good LOS to the point, or able to, like, punish them for touching point. And, like, imagine if you're running something like Tracer. So, you have a Tracer over here, for example. If they drop, you have a good opportunity to like, punish them for that. Like, their drop is going to be sloppy. Name me a team that can just, well, professional teams can, but like name me like a non-professional team that can reliably always just drop from high ground without like making it sloppy. Like their communication is good enough for that. I don't think so. So like it's really effective if you're running something like a Tracer that can just punish rotations and shit. Anyways, so right here, as you can see, no cover. So like if you just get shot there, you're just going to have to like get away instead of like just doing consistent damage. And right here, sure, they give like this is kind of a mistake as well. Like they're giving up a tick for free. I honestly think that given that the Echo is just like zoned off, no cover or shit, I think that someone should just touch the contest ball. Maybe D.Va. I mean, I think D.Va's trying to DM the damage. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what D.Va's doing. But I mean, like, given that the D.Va has to, like, DM the damage, they can't touch point, could they just contest point here, or do they have to, like, actually DM? Well, like, given that the Ryan's not really, like, just swinging, like, can't they just shield for that instead of having use DM and you just have the D.Va touch point, do whatever? I mean, like, still, like, there would be a Hanzo, but um, anyways, so right here, you can see they give up the tick. That's like not ideal. Like if you give up a tick here and like, you know, they touch point again, well, you have less time to like just fuck around in high ground like this. You have to touch. And like if one person touches and they set up around point very very well, like everyone's gonna have to drop. Like almost everyone's gonna have to drop. Especially like even the supports, because like this high ground doesn't really have that much cover to use. So like you know, you need, instead of like being able to get on high ground, you're going to have to maybe tuck in this room, for example. And like that's gonna be bad. It's gonna allow them to just control the point, dominate the point, and you're just gonna die on point. So like if you can save ticks for free, do it. Like if you're playing Brawl. But right here, I don't like this positioning. I don't like the fact that like Hanzo's still like playing I mean, I don't like the fact that like they're like this Hanzo doesn't look like they're not peaking together. That's what it looks like. It looks like the Hanzo's like kind of backing up while like Echo's taking pressure instead of like using that for like to their advantage. I'm not sure. I don't see the camera angles, but like this is kind of dangerous. This should be kind of dangerous. Like you see, you have the D.Va and then the Ryan's just fucking around, swinging on the high ground. That should be a potential kill, honestly, but that isn't what's happening right now. I guess they're scared of the Doom, but you got D.Va, and like their D.Va's more busy like on they're like trying to kill the Echo. I think you can rotate, or like you can have the ball just abandon point, just spin around like maybe once just to like try to like enable Hanzo to rotate from here to here. But um, anyways, like they're just not like setting up. If they're pressuring the enemy, like they're not like doing it like in a synchronized manner. Like you see now the ball's going in, and then like the ball needs escape, and then the Echo just uses fly. Those should be synchronized. Like the ball goes for a roll, and like sometimes you do this just to enable your team to rotate. I don't remember the last time I saw a Rhino on this map. For some reason, it's so common, like in contenders. I don't know. Like they just figure out that they're unable to play dive. So like the movements are so uncoordinated as well. But that's not the biggest problem in my opinion. I think the biggest problem here is that like they don't know how their comp works. They don't know that hey, like my comp has a lot of like can like really easily abuse all this high ground and take angles and stuff around the point, and I can just force them to touch point. I can just force them to move to us. Not we don't have to like necessarily make a play on high ground, but like they're not abusing that advantage to their fullest extent. So like the reason they're struggling here is because since they don't know that they don't even have to like engage, they don't even have to force and engage into that comp. They're making these forced plays, and like these forced plays don't work because they haven't set up those positions and they haven't softened like choose money crew enough. So right here, you see they go for their like Echo dies, and if this engage works, it's more sloppiness from Choose Money Crew than anything else. Like Choose Money Crew should survive here because like the play is so like uncoordinated. But like let's see what the fuck happened here. So Dynasty like flies up, like and dies, but like Kree gets knocked up, like knocked onto the ground or something. I don't know. Did he drop? No. You don't have to chase that. Like sure, like you kill the ball, maybe you delay the fight, but you can already kill the Echo for free, and like they're just in shambles. No, like the ball's probably gonna be the hardest player to actually like focus here. Oh, like why not just stay on high ground? Focus on zoning off like the like preventing Hanzo from rotating or even punishing them. Why chase the ball? And like why are you like running into like why are you running into a fight that you still haven't like decisively won? Like instead of like dealing with the person who's like splitting attention on point while like the rest of the enemy team is limping and just trying to run away. Like that's free. Like that's a free D.Va. You could force the D.Va out. You could force the Hanzo out because like the ball's like resetting and like they're resetting their cooldowns and the Echo's dead. And like you just like deal like just breathe. Just breathe. Deal with one threat at a time because they're not synchronizing well. They're like 2v6ing. So like there's no rush. I know this comp's called Rush, but I think that's a bad name for this. I feel stressed for being that BAP right now. Yeah, like this BAP's just going to, like every time the like his team moves, like they're just gonna get ball tracer and like everything. So like right here, they're just doing like so many fucking things at once when they don't need to. Like Brawl can't really focus on multiple axes at once. You have to stay really clumped together. So like or mostly that is. So like just if you can focus on one thing at once, you can focus on clearing D.Va, Hanzo, then do it. Like just slow down. You don't. It's called Rush, but I think that's a bad name for it because Rush is a sustained comp, not really a rush comp. That's the reason. But still, you don't need to rush. Just calm down. You have sustain. You don't need. You're not running 6-man. That's like, in my opinion, the true rush comp. Like the comp that actually has to like rush shit. Brawl does not. Brawl has to just has to live. Honestly, you just have to live and like just try to like defend, and like try to drain the clock as much as possible, and then you win. You know, like I don't know, like I know that NAEU are called the Brawl region, but I don't think I'm not even impressed by how they play it. Oh, like honestly, like the Koreans have a better Brawl. Because they actually like play it slow. Except like instead of just running at anything they can run at, which you can't do. Anyways, so like right here, like Slept On should be happy now. Like they should just be like really happy. They took the point, and like now they have the initiative on a map with like some of the longest spawns from like the third point. Like you should just snowball this point really easily. It's not hard. It's not difficult. Like you have so much space. Like they're literally giving you so much space, and like Shoes Money Crew is saying like do whatever the fuck you want for until we actually get to touch cart. We're useless like before then. So like slam us on our rotates, use your ults, poke us down, do whatever the fuck you want. And like guess what Slept On do with this opportunity? Let's see. Like they have such a big opportunity, and like sure they're setting up forward, but like okay, like it's a Sombra. You don't have to chase. You don't have to chase the Sombra that hard. It's a Sombra like literally trying to farm ult charge. You just have your D.Va. Like why? Just like this Sombra is literally doing the job of a main tank here. Holy shit. Oh, like this is just sloppy. And like this distraction, like this would be a great time to like ult. Like when they're in the center like this. Like you can just try to like have your ball like slam, and then you just try to like use any of these two ults, and if you combo these two ults, well, best case scenario, you get kills, you win the fight. Worst case, they slow down. Like they have to slow down, which gives time for your Hanzo, your Echo, your Zen to like actually kill. So like in any case, you just kill. Like you just kill the enemy. As a BAP, I just hope we see somewhere a Cass gets picks for a take to arrow to the face, or the Echo happens to me. Or, you can tell your DPS to play Sombra and hope that, and like, and then they uncloak, and then like the whole enemy team just focuses you. That's kind of a 5-head strategy. But like, yeah, like this should be in theory like really hard to play against. My goodness, I actually get to catch stream. Well, this is gonna be a short stream, but yeah, glad you're here. Like, glad you're here, like to witness this foolery by Slept On. Anyways, so like they're in the middle, and like this should be like an easy 2 ult combo. Like you slam, you dragon, you get a kill, or maybe you get someone low, or you slam here. You slam here, you dragon, you D.Va Bomb probably doesn't work here because it's too close. But like they throw the dragon, where's the ball? Where wait, why aren't they synchronizing shit? Like it's an ult, it's called an ult combo for a reason. Like they're using Valk, they're using dragon, but like there's no other pressure. There's no other pressure than this. Unbelievable. Like you see? They're coming out, and then, like, guess what? The only one who's there is fucking Echo. Like, where's the ball? I know you have to push cart, but the Zen's pushing cart. Where is the ball? Why isn't the ball positioned to, like, slam this rotation? It's simple. It's simple shit. I don't even have to like, big brain. I don't have to, like, big brain to tell you why this is bad. Well, like they should not be allowed to rotate through this much fucking space, like with like literally like almost no pressure. And sure, like now they get to stall the cart. Okay, Kalman dies. That's like where's the D.Va Bomb like being launched from? I don't know. Like it's being launched from cart. Like you just step back a bit first so your baby diva doesn't like isn't literally like next to the Rhine. That's basic stuff. It's not complicated. But Doge on ball. um but like okay, so they're rotating, they're stalling cart, that's good. This should still be breakable for slept on. Because, like, you know, you can just position on those high grounds and just have your diva touch cart potentially. If someone comes out, you just, like, focus the fuck out of them, and then they should be forced back into this room. Like, this stalling here isn't good because, like, you know, this room isn't that good to turtle from. So, okay. So right here, they're trying to stall the cart, but Bap doesn't have to, like, Bap doesn't have to, like, come out. Well, like, I know they have window, but, like, you're not going to win a poke war. Like, you're not going to outpoke the enemy, even with window. Like, look at how much poke damage they have. So you use window just as, like, a defensive tool. Like, use window, like, if they're touching, like, cart and you're still stabilizing and stuff, you can just pop the window, try to, like, deter them off the cart. Or you can use it to just, like, make space, try to, like, enable rotations and stuff. But, like, you don't use it to do damage in this matchup. That's a mistake. But, like, everyone's just coming out here. They're trying to, like, rush, like, the ball or some shit. And then they realize they can't, but, like, only some of them manage to make it back into the room. So this is just, like, really basic, like, bad macro execution here. Like, you know, they have the ball. Like, this is a mistake. Like, the ball doesn't need to come in. All the ball needs to do is, like, position and be prepared to, like... I mean, now they're doing the right thing. But like, you know, you can stall cart, but, like, you don't need to, like, just put everyone outside. Just have some people positioned inside. It's fine. The solo tank ult ball, I know that's what we did in Goats. Like, what type of ult? Or, like, you know, in terms of... You mean the shatter? Like, honestly, if you like shatter one person, it's fine. That's like the probably the most consistent use of shatter. Like you can't fat shatter like against this comp really, unless like you're so close to them, unless they let you. Oh yeah, shatter. Like honestly, just shatter one person. It's the most consistent way to do it. Like a fat shatter, like if they set up right, like you're not even guaranteed to even be able to capitalize off of it. So like you might as well shatter one person who is forced in an awkward position. They lose their like, and also yeah, and like y'all can also like just fuck up their plan like completely. Like you have your ball like they try to like let's say you have shatter here. And let's say their ball is actually positioning, like, in the right position, like, over here. And you have to rotate to here. Well, if you shatter the ball, like, you prevent them from just, like, punishing you for rotating. And, like, it makes space. So, like, you still achieve your objective. You don't need to get the kill. You shatter the ball, you punish the ball, you get to rotate to here. Well, you got what you want from the fight. What else could you want, like, other than, hey, I get to stall the cart for a while longer. So, like... So, like, with Shatter and Grav, like, even Grav, in my opinion, is not as strong in organized play as, like, it is in, like, ranked or whatever. So you just kind of use it just to, like, guarantee value. Like, always go for these low-risk plays in organized play. Don't go for high-risk shit unless you really have to. So right here, Zen on cart, ball on high ground. Punish their rotation. If they come out from high ground, they give up cart. If they come through main, you have a very easy, like, plan. You can just, like, slam and copy, like, maybe, like, Rhine, I guess? Maybe Diva. I think Diva would be ideal because this is kind of open. And then, like, you know, you copy Diva, like, you slam, you farm the bomb. They're stuck in the open like this. You have, like, your Hanzo and Echo spamming from high ground. There's nothing they can do, really. Like, Shatter... Like, this Shatter, even, if you set up correctly, it shouldn't really do anything. Like, even if your Zen gets shattered, it shouldn't matter. Like, this should just be a one fight for like, Slept On. But, like, this is a disaster. I don't know if they win this, but it started as a disaster. Like, right here, you see? Right here? Like, Dynasty's flying out, but where's all the other pressure? Where's the Hanzo? Where are the Hanzo arrows coming from? where's the ball, like, ready to slam this? Where's the D.Va? Over here. Like, I mean, they're clearing the Sombra, which is fine, but I'm more concerned about the others. Like, where's the pressure? What stops this Kree from just dinking your Echo? Ask yourself that question. Like, I don't need to, like I'm not a big brain coach anymore because I don't have to. I don't have to. Like, I can just explain why you lost the fight simply. And most of the time, it's just these simple reasons why you lose fights. Like, bad setup, that's very simple. Like if you're playing ball and you look at this VOD, like, I don't need to tell you to say, hey, maybe I should be here while my Zen just pushes cart. Like, I don't know. Maybe the Zen's rotating high ground, but I don't know. Like, it should be Hanzo, like, touching cart in that case. Hanzo cart, Zen high ground, ball. It's a good setup. It's a great setup, actually. And, like, they're rotating, but, like, they don't have time to even make this rotation. This just looks like, they're fucking around because stress, like, make so that they can't look at two people at once. Like, create stress. Yeah, sorry. I couldn't, I'm kind of tired today. Like, they look at one to get blindsided. Like, exactly. It's like a simple concept, like, you need to, like, understand. And that's why when like, the ball comp is hard to play in practice. It's because people don't really have a solid understanding of that, how, like, events from, like, players from, like, halfway across the map, they can affect, like, how like much, like, your peak, like, just as much as, like, a peak from, like, long range. If you're playing Widow, like, what your ball's doing, what your Tracer's doing absolutely matters, like, a lot. They create a distraction so you don't have to be the one who's being targeted. It's a simple concept, but in practice it's really hard, like, to actually master. And even, like, these semi-professional teams, they don't really have a good understanding. Like, why is Hanzo over here? I mean, Hanzo's trying to look for some damage, never mind. But, I mean, but, like, oh, my bad. Like, I thought this was, like, I thought they were, like, closer than they are, in which case this would kind of be dangerous. But, like, also, as a BAP, I'm afraid of someone who looks at Echo, a second arrow flies through to my face. Exactly, like, that's, like, this BAP should just be living in, like, in a living hell right now. Like, given there's Hanzo, Echo, Zen as well, Ball, but, like, this BAP kind of, made a bunch of mistakes, but, like, like, in theory, like, it should be just so hard for BAP to play here. So, like, they're making the rotation, but they have to realize they don't have time. They don't have time. Like, by the time they come out, I mean, do they even have enough time to actually, like, you see, they realize they don't have enough time to rotate the high ground. So, like, they just come back. But, yeah, they don't have time to make the rotation, so you might as well just cash in your chips and, like, just position on, like, cart, like, or on this corner, and be able to just do damage as early as possible. Just cash out your chips. But, like, right here, why is the ball, like, on cart and literally just trying to tickle them? Why does the D.Va take, like, so long, like, just to clear us on? I mean, okay. I mean, like, this D.Va kind of I mean, I don't know. I don't know how this duel went. Was this Sombra low? Was Dan's low? Okay, I guess, like, she was begging her team to clear the Sombra, but... Anyways, but I'm not too concerned about the D.Va. Like, the D.Va is like, just a defensive hero in this comp. Like, I'm more concerned about why the fuck the Echo's, like, the only one putting consistent pressure. And you see? This is what I'm talking about. You see now? Look at how much damage the Echo takes. Doesn't even get to use the ult. Like, the ult should be used. I'm not sure what the hesitation is here. Like, it's like the Echo had, like, plenty of time to pop like, duplicate. Like, there's no reason to greed the ult. Like, just go for an ult combo here. You win. But, like, you see? Echo's poking. Ball's just, like, fucking around on cart. Echo dies, and then Ball suddenly decides to roll and fucking tries to clear the Sombra. What the fuck are these plays? Like, is the Sombra a threat from this position? No. Does anyone need to use this? I mean, sure, like, this Sombra is a nice position for a flank, but, like, this is, like, bad Sombra positioning in general. Sombra needs a position, like, closer to her team, like, in Brawl. So that, like, she can actually get peeled for and doesn't get cleared in half a second. So, like, this Sombra isn't a threat. Like, you don't need to clear that. Just focus on, like, this. Focus on the core. Focus on this. Like this bat, like, took like a kind of, like, a lot, quite, like, you know, quite a bit of damage. Let's see. This bat took quite a bit of damage. Well, it's only 30 damage, but it could be more if, like, the ball was actually pressuring. Like these are just basic failures. And I don't even want to look at the rest of this fight. Anyways, I just want to focus on the next. Anyways. So right here. Okay, Dan looks for a hack. They're holding this corner. I'm not sure why they're using so many ults right now. Just to break the first corner. Like, really, breaking the first corner is nothing difficult. Especially when you know you force out the Sombra. Why are they just using ults? Just fucking shoot them! Just fucking shoot them. We're gonna call this, like, we're gonna call this simple principle. This is, like, a really simple principle. Like, when they're just standing in the open trying to hold this corner, wasting their fucking shield, just fucking shoot them! Like the Ryan's literally saying, hey, you want to win the fight? Shoot my shield. And then they're just ulting this corner for no fucking reason. Like, sure, it makes a bit of space, but... And then they trance. Like you see, they just back up, they just kite. Well, but, like, you could just... It's not because of the ult, it's because, like... I mean, it is because of the ult, but, like, you could do the same by just shooting them, and then they're forced to, like, kite from this really open space. Like, it's simple. It's not, like, something you need, like, you need to pay, like, some like, $50 coaching session for. It's fucking simple. If they're already open, they can't trade pressure. You just shoot them. And you know, they shoot away without you throwing, like, a bunch of shit at them. And then, like, if they have to back up, well, let's say you have Dragon, you have Trance here. Suddenly you have two really powerful tools to, like, break their rotation. Like, you can just send your ball behind them. Like, imagine if there's a Dragon sent behind, like, right now. Or, like, you know, you could just even have someone touch cart. Have even someone split cart. And, like, you know, they have to rotate back. Or if their Sombra, like, tries to, like, duel, like, you should win that. But, like, someone has to rotate back. And then you try to punish that. Or you try to shoot them and then simultaneously put pressure on cart. There's so many ways. You can hear my screaming out of rank Ryan's for taking loads to the face. I will take that in the way you think I'll take that. I could see the Dragon to be justified either catch Hades off or force Immo or beat for the actual fight. Well, like, they don't even have to Immo here. Like, they don't even have to do anything. All they have to do is run away. Like, if they use Immor, like, it's an okay trade, but like, if they use Immor, you kind of got lucky here. Because look, there's not a lot of pressure. I don't think they even have to really use him. Like, use beat. Like, they don't have to use beat here. Like, unless I've already seen Doge, like slam. I don't think they have to use beat here. Like, they're kind of wasting ults as well. And like, they use window. But, like, right here, like you see, like, Shoes Money Crew is using ults, but like, and the tone for some dating hubs for that. Overwatch, like, ever heard of Tinder Watch? That's the future. Anyways, so, well, you know, they're ulting, but they use dupe. But, like, imagine if they had, like, ults actually trade. Like, imagine if this was an ult trade rather than, like, Shoes Money Crew just throwing a bunch of shit at them and they're just get run over. Like, imagine if they actually had ults here. And even then, like, that's not the biggest problem here. Like, you see, Ball's trying to, like, stage behind, and, like, they beat. You don't have to fight this. You can just run away. You don't have to fight this. You can just run. You can just run. You can just run away for a bit and then try to, like, win the fight with dupe. Like, they use window. Like, they have window. That's their poke threat, but it isn't gonna be that big. Like, you have so much poke. You're not gonna be worried about, like, them just getting a pick. So, like, why are you this hurried? You don't have to be this hurried. You just slow down. Just chill. Just breathe. Breathe in, breathe out. Like, they use beat. It's okay. You'll live if you want to live. You'll live. It's okay. You don't need to. You don't need to force this. Like right here. Okay, how did Shoes, like right here, they slam? But how is like Slept On like getting back into this fight? Like they got a kill on the ball. Okay, where's the ball? Like like the EMP, they get a kill on. Oh, I mean they trade. Like the Lucio kind of fed there. It's kind of equal now actually, and they try to rush in and try to finish the well. Well, and they try to get back, but over here, I'm not sure why like they don't just back up into. Why don't you just back up into the mini? Like they don't have to be in the open here, or they could back up into this room. Like they're just they got to pick. That's fine. Like they're gonna reset. Like you won. Now just hide. Just hide. Don't take any more damage. Just hide. It's okay. Calm down. And right here, let's take a look. Now, like they're still positioning in the open. They have ults. Like you have the advantage. Push the tempo. Push the tempo. You use your fucking ults. Like even if Calman just randomly threw like a D.Va bomb into this area, it'll be better than like what the Slept On is doing right now. Like they have the advantage, but like they have like people coming back. So why aren't they ulting here? Why aren't they like setting up for a combo? Like their ball's full HP, and like they're just giving time. And like for some reason this like they're being out poked almost. Like this is kind of. I mean now they eventually win, but like those 2 kills were unnecessary. You just ult here, just ult. It's fine. It's fine if you just ult the like mine the cart like you know try to like split them up. Try to split Shoes Money Crew up a bit. But like. They have an opportunity to push the tempo there. Like Shoes Money Crew are resetting. They're limping. Don't let them like stabilize. Just push. Like the longer the fight goes, the more you actually want to use ults. Like you want to open with ults if you can, but like if the fight's really long, and you have ults, well, you can waste them. It's fine. It's fine to waste ults if it's late into the fight. Like unless like you've already lost. If it's still winnable. And like winnable, it's not like you 5v6 early into the fight and like that type of thing. It's not like the shock special. It's like hey, we're equal. Like they're taking a lot of damage from us. So like, if we just ult them while they're trying to stabilize, we just kill them. Like that type of thing. Push the tempo when you can. Don't push it if you can't. And I'm not saying always play fast. Like I said that like Slept On has to play slow once, but like. But like when you can play fast, when you can just play fast and just confirm the fight, don't be afraid to use ults. It's fine. Stop them from clutching. Snowball. Like just try to snowball from there. Like, even if you have to use all 6 ults, I'd prefer it to losing the fight and keeping those 6 ults because defensive advantage is a bitch. Like if you allow them to win the fight, you're starting as the attackers all over again. You have to set up, do all this shit all over again. When you could just like easily just press Q and win the fight. I'm not saying use all 6 ults, but I'm saying it's better than like using none. So it's like right here, like they're moving in for free. Why aren't they trying to attack them on the rotation? Why isn't like they're like a ball like setting up to just minefield maybe over here? Like maybe the Sombra hack is a bit concerning, but you can just have Calman just play over here. And like try to DM, try to like protect you from the hack. And like you set up the minefield, they're in the open. You can just poke them for free and build like these ults. But like that's not what's happening here. They're just able to walk in for free. There's no pressure. Oh shit, sorry. Where was it again? Fuck, my bad. No, this is... like... I think it was over here, yeah. Oh, no, this was the defense. My bad. Well, but, like... They're just... But, like, Shoes Money Crew? They're just allowed to walk in for free. Like, and they use Minefield, but it's too little too late. If they're already close to your Zen, like, and they already gone kills, good luck using your ults there. Good luck using your ults to win fights. Like, you ult early to like, push the tempo and, like, to, like, prevent them from setting up, even. Or, like, moving towards the cart. Or you ult late and, like, you try to confirm the kill. You don't ult in between. Unless, like, your ult is, like, more of a mid-fight ult, like D.Va Bomb. But, still. Like, maybe, like, Minefield is arguably an ult that you use more if they're, like, kind of weak. But in this case, it's best used early. You know, they didn't have to peek that. And D.Va should be... Oh, I mean, they're kind of cut off here, but like, that isn't the biggest problem. The biggest problem is that they're even allowed to do that. Well, like, imagine if you won the fight, like, right now, like, you know, right now, instead of letting them just set up here. Like, the EMP wouldn't even be a factor anymore. You just kill one or two. So, like, by far, like, the biggest realization of this season, of, like, this season of Overwatch League, for example, is that, like, it's better to use an ult in a shit way early than it is to use it, like, build for a perfect ult late into the fight. It's because, like, by using an ult, like, early, you, like, prevent them from like, you know, focusing on setting up and, like, trying to get stronger. They have to, like, fight in their weakened state. And, like, if they have to fight in their weakened state, they can't really do anything, especially not this comp. They can't, like, set up positions before they enter a fight. They have to fight. Chaos and stress, like, exactly, like you're not fighting against, like, bots, like, perfect AI. Fighting against humans. These humans, like, you'll fluster them if you, like, just use ults as well. So, like, you know, even if your ult is shit, like, you might even win the psychological game, to be honest. Like, if you just keep minefielding, dragoning, duplicating early, like, their DPS is just gonna get kind of boomed. Their BAP's gonna get kind of boomed. Like, blowing cooldowns as well. Like, you're training it for cooldowns, and this comp is so reliant on them. Like, there's so many reasons that, like, early ults, like, even shit early ults are fine. They're fine. Like, preferably you achieve a balance, but like, I prefer this team. If I were coaching, like, this team, I just say, like, just fuck it. Like, just find an ult combo, use them. Like, don't worry. Just calm down about, I won't yell at you for wasting ults. And then, you know, I'll slowly begin yelling at them for using, like, wasting ults. I'll slowly rein it back, but for now, like, this is their problem is just hesitation. I doubt this team's gonna, like, exist as, like, a 6-person core for, like, more than 2 weeks, so that's why coaching is hard. But right here, this is kind of tragic. I saw this before, but first, sure, everyone rotating high ground, I would actually prefer that. Like, everyone should be rotating high here. But, like, right here, Slepdowner are trying to push high ground. And sure, that's fine, I guess. But, like, you don't need to, like, push everyone onto the high ground. You don't need to. It just makes them so easy for them to just rush you in this room. Like, the only way you could see this work is, if they, like, send, like, 3 players to high ground, maybe, and, like, you just have some people split attention. Or you can send 5 players to high ground and just have someone force cart. And, like, just try to, like, split attention. Or, like, preferably 2, because you don't want their D.Va just to be able to, like, kill you for free. So, like, that's why the Tracer is, like, really valuable. But, like, I want them to actively be trying to split attention in between the high ground and the cart. I don't want them to just jam into one, like, tiny-ass room while there's no cart pressure and just, like, meet them as 6. Like, even if you don't achieve the split right, even if you don't split, like, the attention right, you can, like, just try to, like, slowly pivot players in between, like, the cart and the high ground. Just, like let's say, like, the Soul D.Va decides to push, let's say a Lucio, that's probably a better example. Let's say only a Lucio, like, contests. Well, like, you know, you can try, like, take one of the players off the high ground and just have them drop and contest the Lucio and, like, try to catch them by surprise. Like, that's, like, creativity, like, creative plays. Like, be creative with, like, these split push strats. But But like, there's so much opportunity to like break this defense by just using the map. Just use the resources you're given. Like they're saying, hey, you can use the entire map to like outbrain us, but they're not. They're not outbraining anyone. Like they're just all jammed into this high ground. Like where's the cart pressure? Like you don't need to like pop trance. Like just use what the game gives you. Like sure, trance is good in like these split push scenarios, but they're not split pushing. Like you trance if they try to rush you down while you have someone put pressure on cart, and like eventually you can just split some players like onto cart, and you can just have them contest yours on cart, and then you can just push cart for free. But like they're not executing these split push strats at all. When it's such a powerful tool to break this defense. It's what Shanghai does a lot. So like Shanghai really loves like abusing objective, like the objective in the ball comp. Okay, we already looked at this fight, and right here they're trying to push into like they're trying to just like brute force their way. That's not a viable strat. Okay, and they use EMP. Like they get a kill on lethal because of the stickies, but okay, let's see what's happening here. How did I mean, I know Slepton used a lot of ults, but I think Shoes Money Crew could just still like hold. They could just like slowly give up space and like just try to beat in there. Wait, how low did Hades get? Like Hades should not be peeking that. All he has to do is hold like that window, like that door. Like give it like you want to bait them in. So like, but like it is like Shoes that kind of gets fucked here. Okay, that dragon was just unnecessary, but I don't really care about it. They're using ults. I'm proud of them. Anyways, so right here, Doge kills like Dan. Okay, how? Yeah, like that's an example of like wrong Sombra playstyle. Like you don't go for these flanks. You just spam. Well, like you just play more defensively and you just kind of spam them out carefully, of course, because this comp's kind of hard to spam against. Like you can still like try to play at mid range sightlines and just try to do some damage from your EMP. Even Lip like against like high like these spammy types of comps, he does peak them a lot at mid range. All right, so right there, how did they lose? So like they got the entry pick, but like the Diva Bomb, they copy Rein, still winnable. I guess this is just like an alt lead, like like Orisa just died early. Unfortunate. There's not much about this fight except maybe like just why isn't like Hanzo trying to like take an angle on like the right side? But I guess they just use like a shit ton of ults and they're playing this again. Well, like why do you play like this variant? Why not play Sim Mei? Unless like Lethal's a hit scan like one trick. But still, I'd actually still want my hit scan player to be able to flex onto Sim, or like at least or Mei. But like it's not even that hard. Like you just need to know how to set up like good TP and like good teleporters and be able to track shit. Like Sim is inherently not a super complicated character. Like at least in like Brawl. If you want to play in any other comp, it's a lot harder. But like if you had Sim, you could just TP on the high ground, you just rush down on them. It's fine. Like it's good. Or you could use it to even just clear the high ground if you want to, but it'll probably get destroyed. But still, just use it for team-wide rotations. That's a good use. But like, I don't like this variant. Okay, so like they get shattered again. Let's look at one more fight before I have to go. But right here, there's just a sloppy rotation, and you know they just get chased down. Not much to say. Anyways, this had to be a short stream because I had to like place like not. I mean, I had to like do something. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Don't repeat these mistakes, and peace out.